Hi everyone, this is going to be a video showing off some of the new content that was released in Japan. So they've added a couple of really cool new features I think that are really going to make characters more viable across other realms. So the way it worked before, and as you guys know, is in order to use a character's soul break, they have to keep that item equipped at all times. So, Waka's ball, if he doesn't have that equipped, he can't use it. What they've just implemented is a system where you can actually acquire that ability. You can learn it through experience, just like you would go through a dungeon. You get dungeon experience for your characters, and then you get experience for your soul break. So I've been farming experience, and I'm one battle away from getting selfies. So you'll see my party here. I've got Lightning's sword, I've got Red 13's hairpin, I've got selfies, Morning Star, and I've got Cloud's Buster sword. These are actually the only four. I was surprised. I thought I had more, but these are the only four character-specific relics that I have. I do want to make a note, and this is very important, that some of these more generic ability ones, like I'll show you. Some vests or some armor and stuff, they have abilities. So if you look at like this one here, this is one I drew recently. So this is a general ability, a common ability. Anybody can use this who equips it. It's not specific to any character. You can't actually learn those. You can only learn character-specific soul breaks. That's very important to remember. So the way it works is, we'll go in dungeon here, and I'll show you. Basically, once you learn the soul break, even if you remove that item, you still have access to that soul break. And so what this enables you to do is, so like Selphie, if I want to use her as a healer in a Final Fantasy VII dungeon or a Final Fantasy VI dungeon, I don't have to use her Morning Star anymore. What I can do is I can actually give her a realm-specific weapon to boost her stats over what they would normally be with her Morning Star. So she can actually get stronger but still have access to her soul break. So it's really nice in that regard. So one more battle here. I'm going to show you too. Also what they implemented was you can now use up to 4 soul breaks on any character during a battle. So you'll see here once somebody comes up. So I've got Cloud. So now you can actually choose your soul break. So I could use his original Sonic break or his Braver. Or if I switch over here to Selphie, I can use her wall or I can use her all-party heal. So if you had something like Tyro and you had his all-party heal grimoire and you had his defense grimoire, that would be actually phenomenally good, because you could take him into any dungeon, and once he gets his soul break or his soul gauge charged, he could use an all-party AoE buff with his shield if you needed it, or if your characters are low on HP and you already have some buffs up, you could just use his heal. So it really unlocks a lot of potential for some strong party combinations and some strong soul break combinations. So you'll see here once the battle is done how it works, how the XP works. So you get your score, you get your character hit points, and then it shows your items here. So now I've officially unlocked Selphie's AoE heal. So what I'll do is I'm going to back out of the dungeon real quick, and then I'll equip a different item just to show you guys how it works like that. So right now, I'm not trying to clear any content. I'm actually farming for Joseph's level 2 record materia, because it's basically double cut. It turns attack into double cut. So it's something I really want, but it's a pain to farm for. Just a note, because I've looked around at how long it's taken a lot of people in Japan, and the average number I've seen is 2,000 to 3,000 stamina it's taken people before it's dropped. So, and the way you get it is you have to have Joseph in your party while fighting in a Final Fantasy II Realm Dungeon. So we'll change out Selphie's gear here, so you can see that she no longer has to have this equipped. So now it's already pretty strong in and of itself, but if I want to take her into a Final Fantasy X dungeon, I can equip this on her. And now she has access to 3 abilities because she has this item has an AoE poison attack. So I could take her into Final Fantasy X, and she would get this soul, or this synchro would probably be, it's 100 magic. It would probably be close to 170 magic. So she could actually, this would actually boost her stats in Final Fantasy X, and I would still have access to her soul break. So this is, I'm really excited about this, and I think hopefully this is something you guys can look forward to, because I think this is something that's really gonna help change kind of the meta game and makes, like I said, a lot of characters viable and their non-synchroed worlds, because they can use synchroed gear but keep those soul breaks. So it's not going to be out for a while, but I think it's something to in my book, it's definitely very, very good content. I think Square Enix, a lot of these changes that they've been implementing are making the game a lot more strategic. And I know, like I said, it's a ways off, but hopefully you guys look forward to it, and I'll keep these kinds of videos coming out as the content updates. So I'll see you guys in the next one.